let's get into our hot topic. And I really, really want to talk about this because this has a special place in my heart. So let's get into it. So tonight's hot topic is all about Mr. D'Angelo. D'Angelo. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. You're so extra. No, okay, so y'all still here? Okay, it wasn't rapture. Okay, y'all wasn't rapture. Okay, because I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know. I need a few more Hail Marys and a few more forgivenesses. So if y'all still in the comments, then the rapture didn't happen. Okay, good. But y'all, today's show is dedicated to D'Angelo. D'Angelo, R&B icon, R&B singer, who passed away, was it Tuesday, from complications from pancreatic cancer. So he was, of course, we didn't know. Oh, you still here, Ma? Okay. Okay, all right. And my, to your screen share audio, try sharing your screen again, restart your browser. Okay. So we don't have the audio. We don't need the audio for this music. Can y'all still hear me though? I'll tell you one thing, God forbid anything ever happens to Anita Baker, y'all might as well throw me in there with her. I feel that way, Tony, about Erykah Badu. Yes, R.I.P. D'Angelo. But D'Angelo, I'm going to read this because it's something I wrote on my page. And I'll tell y'all why this hit me so hard. Throw a pic behind you. Oh, look at me reading my best friend. My text. Sorry, Julius. I'm trying to find a picture and I'm effing up. I'm always reading messages. So, but my friend is saying I need a picture behind me. So I'm gonna do that too. That's why I put the mirror right here, Julius, because I don't have a picture yet. But we're gonna get it together. But let me tell y'all, and also to the tributes that rang out for him were amazing. Jamie Foxx did a great tribute. And so I'm gonna read Jamie's on because that influenced mine. And so what Jamie said was, along with Groove Theory, D'Angelo Baker invented neo soul. Yes, he did. Let me see if I could get to Jamie Foxx's page real quick. I don't feel like doing all that. Okay, let me just read what I got right here. So this is from Jamie Foxx. I remember hearing your music for the first time. I said to myself, damn, whoever this is, they are anointed. Then when I finally got a chance to see you, like everyone, when they saw the most incredible music video of our time, I was blown away. I thought to myself, I have to see this person in concert. I had a chance to see you at the House of Blues. You came out and got right down to business. Your voice was silky and flawless. I was graciously envious of your style and your swag. I was also in pure awe of your talents, roaming around on each instrument, displaying your command of the crowd, mostly women. And me and all the guys that were there with me understood the mission. It was time to let our ladies enjoy this moment and not bother them. You took them on a musical journey of soul, funk, and overall artistic romance. The incredible dismount of your incredible song, How Do You Feel, still goes down in performance history. But God put you here for a reason, and we were all lucky enough to see what God has made. That's why today real chills run down my face to hear the news that God has taken one of the special creations home. I know God doesn't make mistakes, but this one hurts like hell. Rest up, my friend. And so I saw that post, and it inspired me to write this, because if you follow me on social media, especially Instagram, I've been posting D'Angelo, stories and things like that. Y'all, sorry, I keep messing with my hair. It just it's not giving me what I want right now. Sorry, I gotta feel okay. Y'all know me. If I don't feel comfortable, I just can't do this. Okay, so good. So this is what I wrote about why his passing just meant so much to me. They got to get Jamie Foxx for the best tribute. Yes, definitely agree. This is what I wrote. This is exactly how I feel about D'Angelo's passing. And this is what I was saying in response to Jamie's post. I've been trying to avoid thinking about it and reading more about it because I'll be a crying mess. Neo soul is my music. D'Angelo sits up there for me with Erykah and Jill and India and Musique and Maxwell and Angie Stone and so on and so on. These people defined music, love, and Blackness for me when I was just a kid at Myrtle Grove Elementary, not understanding life, but I understood the soul of their music. It was neo soul that gave a little awkward girl her first community. I knew I belonged there because of them. D'Angelo is one of the architects of neo soul, and his impact in my life will never be forgotten. My only regret is being too young to see him in the 90s and 2000s. However, his music is the best gift that I'll cherish forever. And ironically, D'Angelo and Jamie Foxx are forever connected in my memories because of Jamie Foxx's episode reenacting my favorite D'Angelo song, which is How Does It Feel? Guys, go Google Jamie Foxx. Yeah, it's hilarious. And everybody know that How Does It Feel video, right? And so tomorrow's podcast, which is today, will be dedicated to King D'Angelo. Fellow fans, let's talk about what his music means to us. He will forever be missed. And Jamie, I agree, he's definitely one of one. And so I wanted to dedicate today's show to D'Angelo because that led to Maxwell Badu just gotten further. The next 10 years, neo-dominated R&B and beautiful music. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Music is universal. Neo songs truly speak to the soul. I hear you, Tontis. Thank you. And I agree. And so for me, the reason why this hit me in a way, because I really felt like somebody, like a leader, somebody that I looked up to, somebody that I loved, their music that meant so much to me. It felt like a part of me was leaving. And I just imagine this is what generations before us felt like when maybe an Ella Fitzgerald passed away, or Miles Davis, or, you know, these different amazing musicians that drive and shape culture. But for me, like I said, neo soul, like a lot of people know I'm an R&B girl. I love R&B, but I really is really neo soul. Like I with neo soul. Like neo soul, I listen to it pretty much every day. I probably stay in that 90s to early 2000 range of music. Of course, the new girls like the Snow Allegras, the SZAs, the Ari Lennoxes, the Cleo Souls, the who I love. Oh my gosh, that boy. You don't know of it. Roll Some More. Who sing Roll Some More? His name is escaping me. Lucky Day. So it's some new kids coming out, and they have that neo soul vibe. And I'm like, man, where were y'all when I was growing up? Like all these different people. It was hilarious. Yes, he was. And so for me, neo soul has such a special place. Like to me, I am neo soul. Like that is the beat that I walk to, the music, the soundtrack of my life is neo soul songs, right? And I literally recently, I'm so glad that I was like binging D'Angelo, maybe earlier this year. I was binging D'Angelo live concerts. And one of them, he was in Amsterdam, a jazz concert. And I was watching it with Tontis, and we were like just going in and just seeing him with the instruments and playing stuff. And he was just just having a jam session. He's just a true genius and played many instruments. And he's just a pioneer and just such a great musician, and his wordplay and his singing, that smooth, silky voice. I just was so happy. And I remember watching and I was like, oh my gosh, whenever D'Angelo goes on tour again, me not knowing that he, unfortunately was battling cancer. I was like, whenever he goes on tour again, I'm going. I don't care. I missed him. And in the time when he was touring, I was too young. I was definitely going to see him. And, but for me, it was something too. The crazy thing about it though, I was like, I need to see him live. But I remember being transformed watching him this live performance that he did. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just love. Like my appreciation for D'Angelo was already deep, but it was deeper watching that performance. And so just to see him, I can only imagine seeing him live. But his music, oh my gosh. When I think about Brown Sugar, I think about that scene in Martin's A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. And it's like the montage of him, loving on Brandy before she get his ass together for trying her, right? But definitely like it's that. Like when I think of Brown Sugar, when I think of You're My Lady. Yes, I'm sorry, I can't sing it and my voice ain't the best right now. But when I think about Lady, and it just makes me feel like so beautiful and make me feel like like D'Angelo's music, especially that first album. it makes me feel so beautiful and so loved and so protected and so celebrated as a Black woman, as a chocolate Black woman. And I didn't know how to put that into words in the 90s when I was in elementary school, but I was like, this music just sings to me. It just feels like me. It feels like I'm at home. And then also too, neo soul, as Tantas was saying, it's like a spinoff of R&B. So when everybody was listening to the popular stuff, you know, like the Ushers and the Drew Hills and the stuff, like Brandy Monica, and I fools with them too, but it was just something like the difference of neo soul. It was the knitted pants as I got on. It was the head wraps. It was the Afrocentric celebration of Blackness that just sung to me. And it wasn't the super popular things with kids my age. Of course, adults was on it, but to be a little kid that's like 10, 11, 12 that was loving neo soul, like I wouldn't get teased like for real, but in high school when people were like, what you listening to? And I'm like, India Ari, Erykah Badu, D'Angelo, Maxwell Music Soul Child. They're like, oh girl, here go Janae with her earthy music and her the suns in the east and the moon reflects. Yes. And I didn't even care. I just loved this music and it spoke to me, and it told me that it was okay to be different. It told me it was okay to be Black, blackety black. It was okay to celebrate my Blackness in a way that was unapologetic. And for D'Angelo to pass, for me, just felt like a part of like my childhood and my identity kind of like left a little bit. And I won't say left, but it was just like I won't say left because it's still there. It just made me, you know what? It wasn't that it left. It made me super grateful that I was able to live in a time where people gave me art that reflected who I was. And I'm tearing up because I'm drinking this wine. But it just made me feel that, because sometimes growing up, I felt very alone. I felt very different to be a girl who, I mean, I have siblings, but I would play by myself and do stuff like be in my own little world. And neo soul was the soundtrack to that music. And also too, just like the love that they displayed and talked about in neo soul music just felt like the love that I wanted to experience. So like Love Jones is like one of my favorite movies, even though D'Angelo, I don't think he's on that soundtrack, but it's like that neo soul, right? And I'm like, oh, I want to have this one day, and I'm going to have this, and it's going to be to this music, and I'm going to be with my friends, and we're going to be at coffee shops, and we're going to do this, and we're going to dress in our knit pants and our head wraps and all those other things. And I just felt like it would just show me that the type of Black person that I aspired to be and the type of person that I aspired to be existed. And they gave me this example, and D'Angelo was a huge, huge part of that. And his voice just silky, just beautiful. And that How Does It Feel video, ladies, we already know that video and I found out in recent years that D'Angelo didn't like being objectified and like this becoming a sex symbol that kind of, you know, mess with him. And so, sorry, King, if you don't like me saying this, but baby, you in that video, my middle school self was like, every girl was looking at the TV trying to see if they was gonna go deeper down on that video, right? And D'Angelo was so fine. And here's the thing, a friend of mine, I was telling him like that I liked like the gap in his teeth. And it wasn't until I've been looking at these pictures of D'Angelo, I was like, this is why I like gaps in men's teeth, because D'Angelo has like the cute gap. It's sexy. It's something about it. And he definitely was a sex symbol, a symbol of attraction for me. You know, it's a couple of y'all, Morris Chestnut and Shamar Moore, you know, Omar Epps, Omar Epps, and a couple of y'all. What's the other guy who I like? Mekhi Phifer. That 90s fine. D'Angelo is 90s fine. Okay. So all of that to say, the special place that D'Angelo has in my heart, I would be remiss to not dedicate our show to him, and just to say thank you in my own little public platform from right here to the byways. And just wanted to say publicly, thank you for the example of manhood, of Blackness, of love, of art, of being genuine and unapologetic, unapologetically yourself. The example that you gave me as a young kid growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, and being that example for me and being the soundtrack to my life and still being the soundtrack to my life. I love you. I am so grateful for the gift that I was able to hear this music in real time and feel it and discover it and discover myself. And I just want to say thank you, D'Angelo. I love you. May you rest in peace. My prayers are to you and your family, and to the world who's going to miss the art that you've given us. But going to miss the art that you would have given us in the performances. But you left us a gift in the memories of the music that you left behind. And so just so grateful, so grateful, so grateful. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for allowing me to honor D'Angelo in this way, which is why we have our candles and our lights and our things today. And I wanted to come in with a vibe because D'Angelo is he's just that. He's such a vibe. He's just great. So I just want to go get into some of y'all comments. Yes, as a kid, all I remember you playing was Erykah Badu, India. Yeah, Derrica, that's all. I think that's why you like it, because I was playing it all the time. Like that's the only music I cared about. Can't wait for the album he was working on with Raphael Sadiq. Oh, really? So there was an album in the works? Oh my gosh. You talking about triple platinum? Definitely gonna get that. Brown Sugar had me in tears yesterday. And how does it feel? Me too, Auntie. I was listening to the radio. Ricky Smiley was playing How Does It Feel? And the crazy thing is, D'Angelo has these sexy songs, right? They're so sexy. They make you want your man or your woman or your person, right? And I'm listening to How Does It Feel? And I'm crying. I'm bawling. So yesterday, me and Papa Keith shot our podcast, right? We actually shot it at his house. So I was listening to D'Angelo, like a playlist. And I'm like listening to Lady and Brown Sugar, and I'm bawling. He doesn't even know. Papa Keith if he's still watching, he doesn't even know, because I kind of like got it together. I didn't want him to think something was wrong with me, but I was bawling on the way to his house, just thinking about D'Angelo and the gift of his music, and just what he probably was experiencing, dealing with cancer. I hate that he had to deal with that, and I'm glad he's not suffering anymore. But yes, it just it's kind of crazy to be like bawling at the sound of like this sexy music. Anytime I hear it, like I couldn't even put it on the day, because I was like, I can't be in that headspace of crying. As y'all see, I can't barely even talk about it without crying right now. It's a blend of soul, funk, and gospel. Yes, it is. Yes, that's D'Angelo's music. I love neo soul music. So rich, so smooth, so black. Definitely. That let me see what he said. The light-skinned brothers are coming back. Oh my gosh. The light-skinned brothers never went anywhere. I said Shamar Moore. For me, if you black, no matter if you black this color or black this color and anywhere in between, I S with you black men. I love black men, no matter what's the shade. Well said. Thank you, D'Angelo. Thank you, babe. Thank y'all for the love in the comments. Thank y'all for the love in the comments, for the love in the comments, for the love in the comments. That's right, Janae. Let's see what you said. D'Angelo and Neo Soul is one of the soundtracks of our lives. It is. Wait, what you said? Finally here, child. What you talk about, Julius? My best friend always trolling me in the comments. So thank y'all for allowing me to take the hot topics to talk about Mr. D'Angelo.